Vladimir Lenin, a man of mystery and reverence. Born in a small Russian town in the Volga-Ural region, he grew up with a loving family based on his father's school teacher's salary. He was the third of 8 children, and he deeply loved his younger sister Olga and was a brilliant young mind. Lenin's brother Sasha tried to blow up Tsar Alexander III and was hanged in 1887. Lenin would go on to become a law student at Kazan University and get into radicalization. He would begin to read Karl Marx's literature and began his journey as a socialist revolutionary. In the late 1890s, Lenin would have a relationship with his future wife Nadia and write with her literature in the Historika newspaper. For this and other revolutionary activities, the couple would be exiled to Siberia, but in relative comfort. Between 1905 and 1914, the Russo-Japanese War happened, Lenin's mother died, and the Tsar was almost overthrown in the 1905 revolution, but managed to stay in power through careful manipulation and fake promises that he eventually broke. Between 1914 and 1918, Lenin was staying across Europe and was transported back to Russia in 1917 by the German government. 1917 also saw the overthrow of Tsar Nicholas II in February and the set up provisional government in October of the same year, due to them continuing the war effort while Lenin promised peace, bread, and land. 1918 saw Lenin spearhead the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk, ending Russia's participation in the war. This treaty saw Russia lose Ukraine, the Baltic states, Belarus, Finland, and its Polish territories, although Lenin's government was able to reclaim some of these lands in the following years. The new Soviet government was also facing internal conflict. This civil war saw the Reds versus the Whites, and both sides utilized terror campaigns in their fighting, although Lenin directly targeted the kulaks, or wealthier peasants, for being too capitalistic and anti-revolutionary. This would be the setup for Stalin's later crimes against, well, everyone that wasn't him. Lenin's last years were spent in sadness. He cheated on his wife, that girl died, Stalin was getting power, the people were revolting at Kronstadt, and Lenin was nearly paralyzed from strokes when he was nearly assassinated. He then wrote his final testament, which called for Stalin's removal and support for Leon Trotsky. Lenin would die on January 21st, 1924, and leave behind the Soviet Union, which would become the United States' primary rival in the 20th century. Well, that's all, folks. So,